Award ceremonies are always a big deal, so even the most confident lose their cool.
Didn't need to say that.
His words, not mine, thanks.
That couldn't be worse. That couldn't have been worse.
But it only got better. Get ready for the hilarious acceptance speeches that stole the show and left everyone in stitches.
This is wrong for a number of reasons.
Pedro Pascal didn't expect to receive SAG Award last year for his role in The Last of Us, so he went with the flow and started to say thank you.
To the nominees, all of you, I can't remember any of your names right now.
The further this speech went, the funnier Pedro's lines got.
HBO, it's very appropriate you've given me a job because I grew up watching your network. I have no skills, I have no other interests, so the least you could do is give me a job.
Somehow winners who didn't expect it deliver the most iconic speeches. Another example is Ricky Gervais' chaotic 2004 Golden Globes acceptance for The Office.
I can't remember what they told me to thank people. I said, we're not going to win anyway. What? Hollywood Foreign Press.
But Ricky isn't easily confused. He's always got a joke ready. So, as a British, he decided to poke fun at the American award.
I'm not from these parts. From a little place called England. We used to run the world before you.
While it's not common to make political jokes at such events, they pop up at ceremonies anyway. And land perfectly. Like that time when the New Zealand director Taika Waititi won a BAFTA for adapted screenplay for Jojo Rabbit.
Hello, thanks very much, BAFTA. This is very, very cool for me. Coming from the colonies,
But the director didn't stop there. At the beginning of 2020, just before the ceremony, Britain officially left the European Union, a historic event that Taika couldn't help but refer to.
We know it's been a hard week for you guys, and it's been very nice to take a little bit of your gold back home.
But Waititi wasn't the only one to joke about Brexit. Brad Pitt, who won the Best Supporting Actor nomination, also took the moment to tease the Brits. However, Brad did something a little trickier. The actor had his speech read by his Once Upon in Hollywood co-star Margot Robbie.
Hey, Britain. Heard you just became single. Welcome to the club. Wishing you the best with the divorce settlement, blah, blah, blah.
Let's give credit to Pitt for his brilliant self-irony after splitting up with Angelina Jolie. But he didn't stop there. Brad went even further and took a jab at the royal family, too.
That he is going to name this Harry, because he is really excited about bringing it back to the States with him.
William and Kate seemed to appreciate the joke. Or were they just being polite, as a prince and princess should? We'll never know. But we have one more princess to talk about. This chaotic purse situation was only the beginning of Meryl Streep's legendary BAFTA acceptance in 2012. Then the shoe situation happened. How nice it is when Prince Charming himself presents you with an award. We mean Colin Firth, of course. Check out this Cinderella moment.
I'll get there.
Finally, Meryl Streep started her speech on a fun note as well.
Oh, gosh. Somebody once said, I think it was Margaret Atwood. Actually, I always say it was Margaret Atwood, but I don't even know if she said this.
Yes, sometimes winners try to quote famous writers from the stage, but some actors take it much further, like Emma Thompson did when she received a Golden Globe for the Sense and Sensibility movie in 1996. The actress fantasized about how Jane Austen herself would have reacted the night of the ceremony, and it became a speech.
Despite the inconveniences of heat, noise, and overcrowding, was not without its pleasures. Thankfully, there were no dogs and no children.
How she got into the writer's tone of voice and described the event perfectly.
The gowns were middling. There was a good deal of shouting and behaviour verging on the profligate. However, people were very free with their compliments, and I made several new acquaintances.
While some prepare so deeply for speeches, others pretend to be spontaneous. Steve Carell did such a trick at the Golden Globes in 2006. He acted like he wasn't ready at all, and his speech was written by his wife.
I would also like to thank my wife, Nancy. for her constant support and for being so beautiful tonight. That's true.
The further Carell talked, the more doubts arose about the real author.
Also to my wife, for giving me 2 wonderful children, as painful as her labor might have been.
Maybe not all wives write speeches, but their advice is worth listening.
I've blown it already, Jazz. You were right. You said just say thanks and leave. You were right.
But it certainly isn't Kieran Culkin's style. When it comes to speeches, his stream of consciousness is unstoppable.
Sorry, burping, indigestion. Didn't need to say that. I sort of remember thinking I'm never going to be back in this room again, and which was fine, whatever. Nice moment. Suck it, Pedro. Sorry. Mine.
His most recent speech at the National Board of Review Gala this year was even more chaotic than usual. He came on stage with chewing gum in his mouth, which was beginning to annoy him.
Okay, you got permission. Got it. I don't know where to put this.
The lucky thing is that a real pain director, Jesse Eisenberg, was around.
Just that I had the worst breath. You'll take it? Thanks, yeah. See, that's a director right there.
So Jesse saved the day, but didn't save the audience from a long speech about the origin of this gum.
I was like sitting here smacking my gum. I was so sure that I had the worst breath. I took like a red eye, and then I napped, and then I had coffee and whiskey, and I became very self-aware of it.
We wonder if Kieran wins an Oscar this year, what his speech from that stage will be like. Because at the Oscars, mishaps and funny acceptance moments happen as well. For example, Tilda Swinton's speech at the 80th Academy Awards was something right from the start.
Happy birthday, man.
And it became only better when Tilda decided to thank her agent.
I have an American agent who is the spitting image of this. Really, truly, the same shape head, and it has to be said, the buttocks.
Next, Swinton switched to the body parts of her co-star, who was...
And George Clooney, you know, the seriousness and the dedication to your art, seeing you climb into that rubber bat suit from Batman and Robin, the one with the nipples, every morning under your costume, on the set, off the set.
A speech can be funny and heartwarming at the same time when it's truly sincere. Olivia Colman proved it well, receiving an award in the Best Actress category for The Favorite in 2019. At some point, she doubted if her kids were watching the ceremony.
Sort of hope you are. This is not going to happen again.
Receiving Oscar is a truly unique occasion in every actor's life, so they want to make the most of their time on stage. Olivia is no exception.
Oh, please wrap up. Right, okay. And,
Then the actress thanked her husband and tried to shift the focus from her tears.
You've been my best supporter, and he's gonna cry. I'm not. And,
The highlight was when Colman suddenly got starstruck upon seeing Lady Gaga. So the speech ended with,
thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Lady Gaga.
Another example of a genuine reaction to the win is Eddie Redmayne's award acceptance for The Theory of Everything in 2015.
I am a lucky, lucky man. This Oscar... Wow!
That emotion. Eddie is a talented actor, but even he couldn't fake that. And he finished with one of the cutest thank you ever.
I just want to thank my family and you, Hannah, my wife. I love you so much. We have a new fella coming to share our apartment. Thank you.
One more Oscar speech to remember was delivered by James Cameron, who won Best Director in 1998.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a really great time.
Then James humbly thanked everyone he should. But the end of the speech went down in history. It was a reference to his movie, Titanic.
My heart is full to bursting, except to say, I'm the king of the world!
But sometimes, you don't have to come up with something special to be remembered for years. John Pesci managed to be as short as possible, and did it like a pro in 1991.
Oh, it's my privilege, thank you.
What speech is your favorite? And which winner is the funniest? Write in the comments.